This is the Art Beauty Podcast where we tell the real truth about the fake shit. And today, my fabulous co-host is Tammy Yaiser. She is the VP of Product Development at Algenist, a company that you have heard me talk about because I'm obsessed with their collagen line, the sleeping collagen. I mean, it smells so good, by the way. Sometimes I want to eat it. It's like a marshmallow fluff. It's so good. So Tammy, thank you so much for being here. Where are you coming from today?
Amber, it's so good to be with you. Thanks for having us. I'm actually based in New Jersey today.
Oh, nice. I love, you look stunning. It's
thank you. Thank you. You know, the sun is starting to shine. It's the weather's starting to warm up. So it's a great time of year.
I feel like today I was like, is this too dark? Because I went out for a run today. You know, I'm in New York City and, you know, once that weather turns, New Yorkers come out in droves, but it's like the poor unfortunate souls. Like we're like, like we haven't seen sun or light, and we come out, and so I was like, I guess this is still kind of like a little bit of a transitional outfit before I break out my pinks. But I'm ready. I'm ready for my pinks. I'm ready for some summer brights.
Bring it on.
And Jersey's good for you, right? Because I know you do a lot of QVC.
Yes, which is in Pennsylvania, so it's easy to hop over.
I used to do QVC for Murad, so very familiar with the team there. Love that studio. Like I would move into it.
Yeah, I would too. It's beautiful. I agree.
I feel like most people don't know, you know, the behind the scenes of like studio life when you're talking TV, but most television studios are not that nice. Some of the newer ones are, but QVC is like it's Barbie's dream house.
It totally is.
You go into like the Fox 5, the local Fox here, their studio. It's horrific. I mean, I love Fox 5, but the studio needs a little bit of an upgrade. Anywho, so again, thank you for being here today. I have been kind of stalking your team to bring you on because I have not tried everything in the Algenist line. You know, back when we used to do press events, I would come to a lot of the events that you had that are wonderfully done and so informative. But I did fall in love with the sleeping collagen. I've got a few girlfriends that I've turned on to it too. And I thought it'd be nice to talk about, you know, you have an entire brand that's really built upon the benefits of algae. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, we are a brand that has been born from algae research. And the reason is algae is an amazing plant. It has survived and thrived for well over 1.5 billion years. There are hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of different kinds of algae. And what's great about it is because it has been so successful in nature, it has adapted to have these compounds that naturally found in nature that are really beneficial and really important. And we have made it our mission to study algae and look at those exciting compounds and help bring them to skincare because they show incredible results. So algae is like this perfect little system. The other incredible thing about it is that it's natural. It is a regenerative ingredient. It is a clean ingredient. And what we have shown in the rigor of our science, which is core and fundamental to what we do as well, is that these compounds show incredible results on the skin and they happen really quickly. And we set the bar high for ourselves and aim to deliver meaningful, visible results in the skin in just 10 days with our technologies and ingredients.
And I do want to get into that because I know that your brand does stand behind this visible results, 10 days, and that you do a lot of clinical testing. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But going back to the algae, you know, it's funny. I grew up on a lake, right? And so algae is kind of that slimy stuff. It doesn't necessarily feel so clean when you're, but I know, but it's this incredible plant. Where do you source, or where is the algae sourced from for products? Or does Algenist source their algae from?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, there are many, many different kinds of algae. And what we've actually done is focus specifically on microalgae, which is a single cell plant. And that comes from one type of green microalgae. And where we source it from is this particular green microalgae. And we take a polysaccharide from that microalgae cell. The algae is renewably and regeneratively grown. And from there, we take our alguronic acid, which literally, again, comes from this one single species that is regenerative and sustainably produced.
So when we're talking about alguronic acid, is that something, when we talk about these compounds, is that something that's like similar to an antioxidant? What are necessarily the benefits of alguronic acid? Like, where would you place it in the skincare realm?
Yeah, great question. So alguronic acid is actually a polysaccharide, and
Okay.
that's kind of a fancy term for this molecule that interacts with the surface of the skin to help reduce the look of lines and wrinkles, help perfect your skin's texture. And we've also shown in our science and our research that it's a wonderful boosting ingredient for other ingredients. And the whole reason we actually came on the scene with alguronic acid is we did a number of studies against other well-known ingredients that we were able to outperform in terms of its benefits for helping to brighten the skin, reduce the look of lines and wrinkles, and then also as well boost the efficacy of other ingredients as well. So that's why alguronic acid is actually in every single one of our products, because it has so many beautiful skin benefits.
Now, would you compare this to, like, when you said you were comparing it to other things, like something like a hyaluronic acid, which we know holds 1,000 times its weight in water? Is this sort of, did you compare it against things like that?
That's right, on hyaluronic acid, coenzyme Q10, vitamin E, those important ingredients that we all know and love. We compared alguronic acid to those ingredients, outperformed in a number of different studies, and then also did studies comparing as well to the benefits when these ingredients were combined. And that's how we know that it helps boost benefits with other well-known ingredients as well.
So let's talk about some of the other ingredients that Algenist, because I know now you have this sort of L-ascorbic acid, right, which is essentially a vitamin C from spirulina.
Yes.
How did you guys come to discover that? Like, I've heard of spirulina in like my shakes. I have to be honest, I'm not quite sure what it does for the body, but I know that it's good.
Yes.
So how did you come about, like, sort of deriving, essentially it's a vitamin C, correct?
That's exactly right.
From the spot. Okay.
That's right. From spirulina. So spirulina is a type of blue-green algae. And just like you said, really interesting ingredient, very well known in the supplement world, for example. And so, over 7 years ago, we had this idea that we wanted to focus on vitamin C and ascorbic acid specifically. And the way that we started is to find the best possible algae to give us that. And it turned out that spirulina is a wonderful source of vitamin C, A, but B, the most premium form of vitamin C, which you can get, which is L-ascorbic acid. There are actually many different kinds of vitamin C and vitamin C derivatives, but spirulina naturally has ascorbic acid. So we spent years working on unlocking and isolating that beautiful ascorbic acid directly from spirulina, which is really interesting and exciting because for years, ascorbic acid has been made primarily synthetically. So we wanted to do it in a regenerative, sustainable way. We manage the process from start to finish to end with this beautiful plant-derived ascorbic acid.
Which is also the most stable, correct, form of vitamin C?
You have to know how to formulate it properly. So there,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So there's a number of considerations to assure that it's kept highly stable in formulation.
Wonderful. And you keep mentioning that it sounds like this is a company, and we know now consumers are really they care a lot more, not just
Yeah.
about the products and the efficacy, but also how they're made, if they're sustainable. So it sounds like Algenist really does take an active role in making sure that things are clean and sustainable, huh?
Yeah, we do. Um, we have a list of ingredients that we won't formulate with, and it's into the thousands. So
Wow.
we focus very much on clean formulations, vegan formulations, safe formulations, and then also testing those formulations through a gamut of different tests, not only to show the safety, but also the efficacy of the products as well.
So are all of your products vegan?
All of our formulations are vegan.
Which is, so listen, I mean, I love a steak pretty much once a week, so I never
Me too.
really considered, yeah, right? I mean, mama needs her protein,
Me
but
too.
I do have, a number of friends who are vegan, and I guess it never even occurred to me to think, wow, the products that they're putting into their body, not only do they not want to be consuming this, but they also don't want to be putting things that aren't vegan on their skin. So that's um, a wonderful quality to have in your skincare.
Thank you. And it's really it's core to how the brand began and the ethos and the DNA of how Algenist and why we came to be. Using biotechnology to find cleaner and greener ways without having to deplete precious natural resources. That's really core to how we approach ingredients, our formulations, and not depleting the environment again and again, but finding the best possible ways of being respectful to the environment, sustainable, clean, but also regenerative, which algae naturally is, and it's part of our process. We believe that's the next level of sustainable.
Now, how long has Algenist been around? Do you know that?
I do
Okay.
actually. Perfect timing. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, nice! Yay!
Yep.
Happy anniversary!
Thanks.
Wonderful. Um, because and I know it's like you sold in Sephora and also Ulta.
Not
No,
Ulta,
Sephora.
Sephora,
Okay,
QVC. Yes.
and QVC,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes.
Um, and I do want to now talk about this because you know, look, here we all want results from our skincare, and Algenist has sort of built its platform on this concept of visible results in 10 days.
Yes. We have.
That's a pretty substantial claim. So, like, what kind of results are we talking about?
Oh, we are talking about improvement in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, a beautiful, perfected skin texture, bright, radiant, even glow to your skin, measured improvements in firmness and elasticity. And we're able to make those claims because the rigor of our science and our testing, not only in the ingredients before we even put them into formulation, literally pages and pages of research and testing before the ingredient even ends up in a formulation, but then putting that final formula to the test, using clinical instruments, not just opinion-based studies, but outside clinical laboratory testing with measuring devices. So we know we have that real physical science and measurements to show the results.
So, because I also know that QVC does have a pretty rigorous, requirements when it comes to providing clinical studies. And for people who don't know that there are different types where some are opinion based, I felt my skin was more radiant. I believed that my skin looked better. But can you talk about some of the measurements? Because, in my opinion, at the end of the day, it's we all want them both, right? Of course, you want to feel that you look better, and that's always a wonderful thing. But it's really nice when there's sort of proof behind the pudding. So, what kind of measurements are they doing? Do you know?
Yeah, that it's such a great point, and they really go hand in hand to your point. So for a clinical study, for example, with our Genius Liquid Collagen, we put that to a test in a clinical using an instrument called a cutometer, which actually has the ability to measure your skin's firmness and elasticity. And then what we do as well is we do those consumer studies as well. So that also reflects back what you actually see in the skin and what women have seen and felt in their skin. So absolutely, they go hand in hand, visual assessments, but also those scientifically measured results as well. It just proves out what you're going to see and what you're going to feel.
Okay, so I know that you're the VP of product development, and I feel like I don't mean to put you on the spot or ask what your favorite child is, but what's your favorite child of the product line? Like, what is the product that if people come to you and they're like, I'm interested in this, this is the one that is just like they have to try?
It would have to be liquid collagen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Tell us why.
Well, oh my goodness. Liquid collagen, such an innovation. And at the ingredient level, which is again something we pride ourselves on, bringing new ingredients to skincare, but also the formulation, what it delivers clinically. And now at this point, for years, women have been raving about what they have seen in their skin. Wherever I go, women come to me and rave about liquid collagen. And then for my own self, I live in it 24/7. It's full face, it's neck, it's chest. So that it's like that one desert island product that you need. That's something that I will never be without.
Really? I have not tried it. So I guess this is something that I need to immediately get into my routine. Your skin is gorgeous.
Thank you.
I mean, you are glowing and just stunning.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you know, I've been with Algenist almost 9 years now. Yeah, and I mean, just as women, we all want those products that are going to make a difference, that are beautiful to use. I want to look forward to using my products. I want you to look forward to using our products and have a beautiful experience. And then when you look in the mirror, you say, wow, my skin looks amazing.
So I have to say this. So again, because I've tried the sleeping collagen and I guess the daytime version of it, which the daytime version is very bouncy.
Genius cream. Yeah.
The Genius cream.
Yes.
And it smells like marshmallows to me. So much so that, listen, products, it's important how they make us feel. But I would love that because my husband would come over and smell my face and be like, oh, you smell great. The nighttime one too, which is also phenomenal. I think that people need to know how to use it though, because that one a little bit goes a long way. And sometimes I would read, because of course you go and you read all of the reviews, but it seemed like the only time that you would have somebody who was like a little bit like, that they used way too much.
Yeah, definitely. So sleeping collagen is really unique. It's like this creamy, dense texture. And the reason is actually collagen is the #1 ingredient in that moisturizer.
Okay.
So what that does, it creates this really unique texture that we had never seen before. So you take just the tiniest,
almost like butter.
Amount. It's almost like
it's
butter.
Like a butter. Yeah.
It melts though. So what you just want to warm it, use the tiny little amount, and it'll just melt and emulsify like right into your skin. So easy.
And the only reason I'm pointing that out is because I think that sometimes people don't, you see something like that and you go, and dig a big, and you don't. That product is so gorgeous and so lovely and gets me through the winter, every winter, because it is so hydrating, so moisturizing, but a little bit goes a long way.
Absolutely.
The Genius collagen, I will like slap on everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. That's such a great tip. Little goes a long way. And you can also use it kind of like a sleeping mask too.
Yeah.
And it'll diffuse into your skin all night long. So yeah, really unique texture.
Amazing. Is there anything else that's sort of like coming up? Any new launches that you're excited about?
Yeah, newest launch is our Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm. And what's so exciting about this is that we actually showed that our Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm, which is an eye treatment that you use 360 degrees around the eye, actually helps reduce the appearance of dark circles in 10 days. So,
really?
Yes. So again, to set the bar really high. With this one, I feel like we've accomplished the impossible. Dark circles is just one of those issues that over the years, I've just been asked about again and again and again, and set out to develop a product that would meaningfully, once and for all, actually address the appearance of dark circles. So we combined 3 algae, red, green, brown, which is why it's called Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm, and showed those incredible results on dark circles, crow's feet, fine lines and wrinkles, and under eye bags and puffiness. So it's like an all-in-one.
And I want to point out, it's nice you said that it's something that you can use 360, because I don't think a lot of people realize this. Many eye creams you're really not supposed to use on top, just underneath. So if you have something at home that you're using and kind of going all over, you might just want to check to make sure. But I do, because I love a 360 eye cream.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also a beautiful primer as well. And so your makeup will actually wear better and last longer. It's beautiful. It's in a balm texture.
I have to ask, what makeup are you wearing right now? It's like so glowy. Can you share?
Oh, thank you. I'm actually wearing a tint from that we made in the laboratory. It's actually not a brand.
Wow,
yeah.
Good for you. You know what?
Thank you.
Every job needs its perks. So yours, you can go in and be like, just mix me up something. Oh, it's stunning.
Yeah, just a little tint.
Do they have a tinted? Is there any tinted moisturizer in the Algenist line?
We had a tinted moisturizer, and we're always looking at potential new items. So stay tuned there.
Whatever you're wearing right now.
Well, thanks. Good to know.
You guys need to, you look phenomenal.
Oh,
glowing and gorgeous.
But
not like you're really wearing makeup. That's why when you got really close, I'm like, oh, is she?
Just a light tint. And that's the thing too. I mean, that's part of the goal. Like if you can love the way your skin looks without makeup, to me, that is like the goal and why we're here. And there will be those times you want to do a full face. But these days, while we're all on Zoom and you don't want to maybe do a full face of makeup, I mean, to me, that is like the absolute ultimate. And it's why we're here.
Yeah, I mean, less is more. And I know that is like such a, it's funny. I always talk about like the newest, hottest skin trends. I know that one of them this year, they were saying is like your skin, but better, which is really kind of getting away from, it's really working on your skin so that you don't have to wear anything else. Yes. But to me, that's like, can we get there ever? We hope so.
Yeah.
You've totally nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Tammy, if people want to know more about the brand, again, you said that the thing that they should start with was the first product to try, liquid collagen. Liquid collagen.
Yeah. Yeah. Really unique. So what we did with liquid collagen is, again, part of our approach and just a little bit of the window into how we think is, again, focusing on ingredients from algae, from plant sources that are regenerative, sustainably produced. It's just part of why we exist, is to deliver these ingredients. And so we turn to collagen. And the reason is collagen is the most abundant protein in our bodies. It's been used in skincare for years, but has been animal derived. And we set out to create a collagen molecule that was derived completely from plants. And it took years and years. And what we did is we actually created a whole collagen molecule directly from plant sources.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you're right. Like what is like plant you would think has like a cellulose?
Actually, plants don't make collagen.
Because they don't make collagen,
right?
So gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we did is we actually turned to plant sources to create a collagen molecule by taking the amino acids from those certain plants and creating the collagen molecule, mimicking the animal collagen molecule directly using the amino acids from plants.
And is this like a micronized collagen molecule that you're using?
We actually, it mimics the animal collagen molecule totally functionally. So it's actually a match to the animal collagen molecule. So the whole collagen molecule.
Okay. All right. And that's the go-to that you want everybody to try. All right. Yep. Well, thank you so much for being here with us, Tammy. If people want to know more about the brand, where's the best place for them to go?
You can go to algenist.com. That's a great place for some more info.
Wonderful. And like you said, you can also find this at Sephora and of course, QVC.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have any questions you guys at home want me to pass on to Tammy, I'm always happy to do that, or the team at Algenist. You can write me at hello@ArtBeautyPodcast. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at ArtBeautyPodcast. And as always, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.